What is up, guys? TheKAPGUN here, one-handed gamer, bringing you guys some more Mob of the Dead, and I'm going to show you guys how to set up the airplane, how to build the airplane in Mob of the Dead. And it's pretty simple. You only need 5 parts to do it. This is the first part. It's actually really close to the roof, and the roof is going to be the first place you might want to open because it's a little confusing. You have to actually use your afterlife ability, so then that way you can actually open the roof. And you're gonna see how I do it, because I got to the door and I was like, what the heck, how do I get to the roof? So you want to go afterlife, and after you do afterlife, there's actually a door that you slide into. So you're gonna see like the outline of the actual area that you have to go into. It makes it real easy. It's real, simple. You just have to find it. It took me a little bit to actually find the area, because I was like, okay, so there's got to be a spot to go inside there to turn on the power. But actually, what happens is when you go through this little area, I'm still trying to find it here. It's kind of funny. It took me a little bit, and I was like, oh, there it is. So I found it, and you just get up to the top here, and you actually go on the top of the roof when you're in Afterlife through that area, and then you'll be able to find actually the little power source to open up the door. That'll give you access to the roof. Access to the roof is basically where the airplane is. That's where you want to be. And then you see these dogs here. The dogs are really helpful, because if you use the dogs, you'll be able to get the tomahawks, I believe. So this right here is where the airplane is. That's where the launcher is, and that's basically where you had to put your parts. So we already placed one of the parts on the little area. This is the second part, where you have to actually use this washing machine. Turn on the washing machine, let it do what it has to do, and then once it's done, I guess drying or whatever, you're gonna basically pull out the part, and you're gonna get your second part for the airplane. Pretty simple, not hard to do at all. Now, the first thing that you must have is the actual key, the warden's key. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I had the video on how to get the warden's key first. That's the most important thing, because if you don't have the key, you're not going to be able to open a couple of these gates to access these parts. This is pretty cool. It's actually, I think, not that difficult to get these parts. I can't believe I went down right here. That was ridiculous. But as far as getting the parts and stuff like that, it's really easy. It's not complicated, especially have other people playing with you, and you can figure out and understand how the afterlife works. Now, this is a little tricky one, and I was trying to figure this one out. I was a little puzzled. So basically what you do with this one after you unlock that little box with the key is go afterlife mode. And once you go into afterlife, you're actually going to see these numbers on the wall, and they're going to be lit up in this like blue, like hueish color right there. And I was like, whoa, okay. So when I went downstairs, I was like, okay, well, that makes it simple. You just enter the numbers in, and then you'll get your third fucking part. Isn't that awesome? It's pretty cool. It's like, a puzzle. So I like how the, Treyarch adds these little puzzles in here. Charlie, stop, please. Charlie, quit. But basically, as far as getting Annie, please. Sorry, guys. But basically, once you get that part, you have to go downstairs to achieve it. And you'll see me go down to this lower area and pick up the part, which it's not hard. It's not difficult. Thankfully, I had a ray gun and I had Juggernog. Juggernog is really helpful in this, and it's not hard to get. Actually, I think you can get it if you go down this area right here and then you go out. It's pretty easy to get. But then after you get this part, you're going to actually... It's a little confusing after this area, because you're trying to figure out little different areas to get these parts in. So that was the third part right there. And we're actually going to find these other parts to achieve the airplane. So this is the next part that you get. Now, this is a little tricky, and it's kind of funny, because we were trying to get this part, and I was like, oh, I didn't have my afterlife. So we need afterlives, and afterlives are really important. So keep that in mind. Don't just waste your afterlife unless you really, really need it. But this is the beginning of the game, so you're probably just going to use them randomly, and if you go down, you're going to use your afterlife. But every round you get a new afterlife, and I think you can have a maximum of 3 afterlives. So I was waiting for somebody to, you know, give us an afterlife, so then that way we can achieve this new part that we need for the airplane. So this is really in detail, guys. I'm sure there's some other videos showing you, but I'm basically showing you what happened to me. And this is exactly what happened. We got stuck in this cage. So if you have no weapons, you don't have any perks, you're going to be really screwed unless there's somebody on the outside. And I guess it's like a time thing, or maybe you just have to turn on the power, and that's probably what it is. I didn't do it personally. I think somebody else did it, so I don't know exactly what happened. But I'm assuming somebody hit a switch on the other side, or somebody turned on the power, because none of us had afterlife. And then all of a sudden the gate just opened. So I'm assuming somebody on the other side did it for us, which was a good thing. We were stuck in here for a little bit. We were like, what the heck is going on? Is this a glitch? And I didn't really know if it was a glitch or not, but as far as, you know, getting stuck in here, it kind of sucked. I was like, oh crap, this sucks. And we were stuck in here for a while, as you could tell. I mean, I just wanted to show you this because this is my experience of playing this after, I'd say actually a couple games of playing this and getting the hang of it and figuring out what to do. You know, as far as finding the parts, you know, actually teammates are going to wander around and eventually you're going to find them. It doesn't take long, but this video is basically going to explain everything in detail on how to, you know, achieve the parts pretty quickly. So in that way you're not wandering all over the place and trying to find them. So the zombies ended up coming inside the cage, guys. We were like, what the heck is going on? So we're just like sitting here like sitting ducks. And I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, great. You know, we already had, you know, I think it was the third or fourth part we had, and we were just trying to get, you know, this airplane. Because I wanted to get in the airplane. I wanted to fly. I wanted to escape from Alcatraz. And we got out, and I was like, holy shit. Now, I think what happened was maybe it was the round that ended. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was the round that ended, and we were able to do it, or maybe somebody had an afterlife and they figured it out. Maybe somebody can leave in the comment section. So, we're still trying to access these parts, and these parts are really important to get the plane, of course. Now, this is going to be something you're going to need to get actually the warden's actual office open. So you go through this little area right here, and then you'll be able to get inside his office area for this other part. It's a little tricky to get. This part's a little tricky to get, and I'm going to show you how to get this part. Basically what you do is you go downstairs and you see these mainframes. So I think there's actually 3 mainframes you hit. So there's 2 on the outside, and then you're going to have to do afterlife, and you're going to go through the wall. You're going to see the hue again. You're going to go through the wall, and I actually had my buddy do it for me, but I didn't know if he was going to be able to do it or not, or in a quick enough time, so I actually wasted my afterlife, which was a shitty thing, but oh well. He was able to, you know, get all the parts ready. And we had to wait actually the next round to get an afterlife. Nobody had an afterlife, so we couldn't do it. So that kind of sucked. But I was just waiting for my buddy here to get the inside one. And then I was going to do the outside ones, but you know, I didn't have enough time. He actually did them all right before my face, and I was like, whoa. But that's okay. We actually were able to open this area. You're going to see that I just could not figure out. Nobody could figure it out how to unlock this little locked area. And somebody said, look at the power lines. And I didn't really think about it, but yeah, that's usually what happens to, you know, zombies. You look at the power lines, it goes to another area. So we go back up to the warden's office area, and there's Juggernog right there. If you guys didn't know, there's Juggernog right there. That is really important. That's going to help you out a lot. And then we took I guess the lift back up to the area, and I was using this freaking badass freaking weapon. The Acid GAT is fucking an awesome weapon. Definitely get this weapon if you can. It's in the box. You saw me in the beginning. The box looks amazing. Like, they did a pretty good job on the zombies. This is the first time they actually changed the look of the box. It's kind of cool. So we went back upstairs to the area of the warden's office, because that's where the part is for our last part that we actually had to get. And we were just like all pumped up. We were like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to get to the airplane. And sure enough, we did. You know, we didn't have really too many issues. It was a pretty epic game. If you guys want to see the full game, I could show it to you, but we didn't really make it to a high round. I think we ended at like round 17 or something. So that was the last part we had to get right there, and that was the, I guess, the engine or the motor or whatever. And we're like, yes, we got it. So we went back upstairs, placed the final part on the airplane. Look at the airplane. It's already all decked out. We're like, oh, let's get on it. So we ended up jumping on the airplane to escape Alcatraz. And I was trying to help my buddies out using my Acid GAT. And, well, unfortunately, one of the guys couldn't get on the airplane, and we left him in Alcatraz. Freaking funny. So we're flying. We're like, what the heck? I didn't know what was going to happen. And I didn't see any, gameplay on this. So I was like, what the heck is going on? Holy shit, this is crazy. Fall down here. And I guess this is the Golden Gate Bridge. And wow, this is freaking insane. So here's Pack-a-Punch, guys. This is where Pack-a-Punch is. This is how you get to Pack-a-Punch. So keep in mind, you can always upgrade your weapons in this area, which is important. It's a nice area to stay in because you can get a lot of kills. You can run around in a nice terrain, especially solo. Also, to get back, there's going to be actually some electric chairs that you go into and you kill yourself to get back to Alcatraz. It's freaking an awesome freaking map. I love this idea. I applaud Treyarch on this one. This is pretty freaking epic, I must say, and they did a great job. Now, also keep in mind that you can always use the airplane. You don't have to use the actual parts. You don't have to keep remaking the airplane, which is a good thing. But you have to get gasoline for it every time. So the gasoline will be in the same spots as the parts. So keep that in mind. I believe none of the parts move. I could be wrong, but I think all the parts stay in the same locations. Maybe somebody can leave in the comment section if they do. But this will definitely help you out on getting to the Golden Gate Bridge, escaping Alcatraz. This is so fun to play. This has got to be the coolest zombies I think I've ever seen ever in any Call of Duty. And they did a great job with it. And I ended up, I think, Pack-a-Punching the Acid GAT gun. And this gun is just even more beastified. It was just insane. So we ended up just, hanging out in this area. And I'm just showing you guys what you can do in this area. And, we were facing some of those boss zombies, those big old zombies. They come out in like pairs. Like some of them come out in triple boss zombies at one time. This gun annihilates them. It kills them instantly. Keep in mind, this gun is awesome. You can dart your teammates with it, so if they're running around, they'll blow up the zombies that are around them. Really helpful weapon. I really enjoy using it. And hopefully these tips will help you guys achieve the airplane and, fly and escape Alcatraz, which is a pretty freaking cool little Easter egg, I guess you would say, in this zombies. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And if you guys could definitely leave a rating, I greatly appreciate it. It took me some time to edit all this gameplay. And wow, I can't believe that I was able to do it actually the first day it came out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And I think I killed myself. I'm about to kill myself in the electric chair. So I'll let you guys enjoy that. TheKAPGUN out.
Okay, come on.